Welcome to Chaos to Clarity, where we discuss healing trauma with godly guidelines. I'm your host, Jean. How's it going today, guys? Season 3. I know I said this before, but y'all, I feel like my topics are on fire and on point for right now in my life, and I hope that it's helping you guys too. So let's dive into today's episode. Emotional regulation. The ability to monitor, evaluate, and modify emotional reactions to achieve goals, manage stress, and maintain well-being. I know what y'all are thinking. This is not easy, John. I know, but it is possible. Listen, I can come unhinged and overthink so quick, like my trigger button is super loose some days, okay? I get it. And I know we all go through things. We all have several things and people that just popped into our mind that trigger us, and you're like, I can't do this with so-and-so, or what about this, what about that? Listen, I get it. Why y'all think I like going to the gym so much, okay? But when I do step out of line or out of character, I feel really bad, and I hurry up and I ask God for forgiveness. Because listen, I can flip the script, like they say on the street, real quick, okay? I'm not all the way healed in some areas. Those of you that know me in real life, you already know, okay? But learning to think before we speak or react, it's definitely a skill, okay? I'm good in some areas of my life with that, about not reacting. It's not going to magically happen overnight either. I thought like, okay, I love Jesus and I'm trying to do the Lord's work and things are going to be easy. Definitely not at all. I feel like I'm more triggered now than ever in certain areas. And I'm like, if you step out of line, they're going to talk about you. They're going to say, oh, I thought she was a Christian. I thought she was better than that. I thought she would react lovingly. Okay, listen, people are always going to be judging. So the key is, God help me make these decisions. God help me not to come unglued. Okay, think before we speak or react. It does take time. It's not going to happen magically overnight. There's so much going on all the time. We're overwhelmed. We're stressed out beyond what's normal. We get, quote unquote, being out of shape easily. More frequently, some of us more than others, okay? I'm guilty, just like the next person. But learning to regulate, they say pause, pray, whatever the little saying is. I don't know it by heart because I don't always follow it. I'm sorry. And learning healthy ways to cope, healthy ways to manage stress, so we can make better choices with our words and our actions. One of the things besides going to the gym that I do is I have daily, quote unquote, therapy sessions with my best friend. We talk about a lot of things and help us to kind of hash things out in a healthy way. Exercising also helps with stress management. And I love that it helps physically and not only mentally. I've definitely benefited from my gym time. I call that like my 1 hour of me time to just kind of focus on working out, clear my mind, listen to some music, listen to a podcast, and it just kind of helps me like get away from the day, so to speak. The Bible teaches us that while emotions are valid, they should not control us or lead us to sin. They should be managed through the Holy Spirit, prayer, and self-control. In James 1:19, it reminds us to be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. So to recap, our emotions should not control us. You can find this in Ephesians 4:26, or lead us to sin. Secondly, self-control is essential, which is found in Proverbs 25:28. Take your thoughts captive. 2 Corinthians 10:5. And rely on the role of the Holy Spirit. which is found in Galatians 5:22-23. So, bring your emotions to God. Use His Word to help renew our mind, because we already know that our mind is jacked up 90% of the time. Okay? I'm not saying everybody is, but most of us, we quick to react in anger or resentment or whatever in the world's going on, and it's really not nothing to do with who we reacting to. Okay? But that's another podcast for a different day. Instead of making a crazy decision or accusation led by our volatile feelings, we can learn to have a healthy way of expressing ourselves without being emotional and all over the place. Until next time, friends.